Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you have another great day today. Yeah, I just wanted to drop in and address some commenters. As I get a lot of people jumping in my comment section, trying to tell me the reason I purchased an electric vehicle, and I find it kind of strange. I had a comment today that said something like, if I spent tens of thousands of dollars on an electric vehicle, I had to do it because of some type of advocacy. And that makes absolutely zero sense to me, because I spent tens of thousands of dollars on gas vehicles and it wasn't for any type of advocacy. It's because I like the vehicle that I was buying. That's why. And I don't see, to me, it's silly. How difficult is it to believe that a person can get an electric vehicle just because they think it's an awesome vehicle like this Rivian R1T right here? Let's look how smooth this sucker rides. Look at this. Look at that. Let me see you do that in your F-150. Yeah, right. You can't. Unless it's the F-150 Lightning. But still, it's not going to keep up with this Rivian. This is why I like this electric vehicle, because of stuff like this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, I can slow all the way down on the highway. Look, let me put this sucker in sport mode. I got this semi-truck. Where my sport mode at? I got this semi-truck slowing down. Think he gonna catch me? Watch, I zone right past the joker. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He thought he was gonna catch me. He couldn't. Yeah, baby. Don't pay attention to that speedometer. That's why I got this thing, because of things like that. And is it too hard to believe? I don't know. If you love your gas vehicles, by all means. Hey, if you like the sound of the rumble, the engine, of the exhaust note, hey, do you? That's not me. It used to be me. I was going to get a Hellcat before this. And not long ago, I remember my wife and my family, we were coming home from some type of family event, and someone rolled up to me in this SRT Durango. And I guess he wanted to race. And we were rolling already. And he bumped his horn, and I got the family in the car, so I hit the accelerator, and we take off. And as I hear his exhaust note fading into the background, and I can see the grill of his car, and I see SRT backwards. And I was like, at first I was like, yeah, look at this. And then all of a sudden I kind of felt bad. And the reason, it kind of reminded me that was kind of a notification to me that that's the end of an era of the big V-8 engines. That, it had its time, and that time is come to pass now. And I kind of felt, made me feel a little funny about that. It's like, man, these big V8 engines have been ruling the roads for such a long time, and then I have this electric truck and just blow past this Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat like it was nothing. And we weren't even from a stop. We were already rolling. And the crazy thing is that my kids never woke up. I think my one son, he woke up at the end. He didn't even know what happened, because that's how smooth the acceleration is. It's effortless. And it's unmatched. And that is why I love electric vehicles, because unfortunately there's no internal combustion engine vehicle, not in my price range, or that they even make as far as a truck, that can do what this Rivian R1T can do. And not only that, I can go to the grocery store and pack all types of groceries and put them right in my front trunk. I got way more storage practicality than a regular truck. So for me, it's unmatched. Now, as far as towing power, this Rivian can still tow 11,000 pounds. Now, as far as towing distance, no, a gas truck is going to win that. Because a gas truck can carry more energy than an electric truck. And it's just going to be a lot more inconvenient with today's technology. But I don't tow it at all. I do have a trailer, but I tow locally. And so I'm not going that far, maybe 15, 20 miles at the most, which is well within the Rivian's range. No. Outside of that, for my daily use case and for what most people use their trucks for, this is by far the superior product because I'm not compromising anything. I am not compromising. Now, if I had a regular truck, I'd be compromising storage space because either I'm going to store this stuff inside the cab of the truck, or I got to put it inside a covered bed maybe, but I have to have a covered bed. In the Rivian, I could put it right in the front trunk, or I could put it in my gear tunnel. You know, so I have a lot of storage options, secure storage that no one can just get to. And plus I have another storage being under my bed. And so, I mean, it's just endless. Like my wife and I, and as far as road tripping is concerned, this, even with what people say about the public charging network, I never had an issue with it on my road trip. And yes, I've taken road trips over 1,500 miles round trip. We went from Illinois to Florida, and it was a beautiful trip. My family loved the charging stops. So any of the people who always complain about how long you have to stop to charge, look, I'm stopped. I couldn't wait for those charging stops. Yeah, you might have a very powerful bladder, but you know, if you do, salute to you. But what a lot of people don't realize is that they stop while they're driving these long distances. They probably not stopping at the gas station, but they're stopping to use the bathroom. So you may be stopping at a rest stop. You may stop to rest stretch your legs and all those things. And that was one of the things I was really concerned about as far as traveling with an electric vehicle. But what I found is I couldn't wait for those stops. And I look at my thing, I was like, man, we got 200 and something miles to go before the next stop. I was like, oh man, am I gonna make it like 3 or 4 hours? But I'll look forward to them, to get out and stretch my legs. And I'll tell you what, and I said this in the past video, I said driving an electric vehicle like this Rivian R1T, it's an experience. Well, we took road trips in my wife's Mazda CX-9. It was a chore. It was fatiguing driving all those hours in that vehicle. But when electric is so much smoother, so you don't have all the vibrations, and plus, you have those forced charging stops where you have to stop for anywhere from 20 minutes to maybe 30 minutes, get out and stretch, go get something to eat, go use the bathroom, go walk around the store. And I'm telling you this, when we got to our destination, we make this trip all the time, but this is the first time we did an electric vehicle. And I heard a lot of other people say the same thing, but I experienced it for myself, that when we got to our destination, I was totally refreshed. I was not fatigued at all. You could drive for 8 or 9 hours straight, but you're probably going to be very, very fatigued. And if you can't do that, I say salute to your bladder. But you're more likely going to be very, very fatigued when you get to your destination. And you're probably going to lay down and rest and probably end up losing more time for your vacation or whatnot than you would have if with my charging stops. So if it took me an extra 2.5 hours or 3 hours to stop to charge, yeah, you may have gotten there faster, but you sleep for another 3 hours trying to rest up, or you're fatigued and you're not really able to enjoy yourself. At least that was my experience. And that was also my wife's experience also. So I just wanted to drop in and say that, and then brag on this Rivian R1T. I'm going to be coming up with my 1-year update on this thing soon. Very soon it'll be my 1-year mark. And I can't wait for that review. And so if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when my next video is coming out. But that's all I have for today. I'd like to thank you for joining me once again, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.